Hey everybody, happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. It's me, Tevra Francis with NJ in Color, waiting for people to get on the live. I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it. I'm a little late. We were supposed to start 4 minutes ago, but I was trying to get my notes together. So yeah, we're starting a little bit late, but it's okay because I haven't been on here in a few weeks trying to get myself together. So I'm going to tell you what happened. I had COVID. So if I sound stuffy and nasally, you know, your girl been fighting for her life over here. So I had COVID. I'm 7 months pregnant. And so, no bueno, but we made it through and I'm coming out of it, just taking it slow. Don't want to mess myself up by doing too much too soon. But, we're alive, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. And so we are getting back to work. So what I will say is this, you know, I don't know what people's thoughts are about vaccines and whatnot, but I know as a pregnant woman, I thank God that I have done all the things that I could do to protect myself ahead of time, because this one kind of wiped me out a little bit, and I don't know where I would have been had I not taken the precautions ahead of time. So I'll leave that there. But yeah. Oh yes, I am hydrating. Hey Addison Mia, I am hydrating. I have all the things. So yeah, this is at this point it's light work, but before I couldn't really do much of anything, but stalk y'all online and see what's going on the gram while I was in my bed. So that's what happened to me. And if you are out in these streets, just be careful, because you know, a lot of people that I know have said that they know somebody who has it right now. So just because it's summertime doesn't mean you can't fall victim. I don't even know how exactly. I have an idea, but you know, it's one of those things. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with a few events before I bring on my guest. This month is Black Business Month. August is Black Business Month. So we are we always celebrate Black and POC owned businesses. So that's a no-brainer, but we're going to, you know, make sure we do that specifically this month as well. So if you are a business owner, go ahead and go to our website at njincolor.com. Sign yourself up for our directory and our network so you can be in contact with us, and we could get to know you. We could get people, you know, looking at your businesses, and so we can all support in our community. We've had pretty good success rates as far as people getting to know new businesses in our area, so we want to make sure that that we continue with that and highlight those who are in business, because we need our businesses to thrive. A few events. So for one, tomorrow, Saturday, August 3rd, is Jamaican Day at Eastside Park in Patterson. Jamaican Day and Carnival. I wish I could go, but I don't want to, you know, infect the people them, so I'm gonna stay down my yard. But yeah, Jamaica Day in Patterson tomorrow at Eastside Park. Newark has a couple of festivals coming up. Newark has the best festivals. So they have the Carrot Fest on Saturday, August 17th, and then they have Latin Fest on Sunday, August 18th, both in Newark. So check those out. The City of Newark page has that information. Those look awesome. They also have like a house fest coming up, I believe. They have all the best music festivals out of Newark. I wish we could get some of those to fan out to like Bergen County and stuff, but I digress. Newark is the place to be for good music and a good time for all these festivals. National Night Out is coming August 6th. So I have a post coming out soon that has all of the National Night Out events that I see in our area, so you'll see that. But there's National Night Out is where it's a community policing initiative where different towns have like a festival or a carnival to celebrate the community. It's really fun. I went last year, and if it's fun for the kids, the whole family. Try to get out there if you can. I'm gonna skip to Dwayne Hartley. Dwayne is an attorney that is running for Teaneck Council in Teaneck, New Jersey. He's a cool guy. I talked to him and his running mate Rishma Khan last week or the week before last, Really good conversation. It's on our YouTube channel. He is raising funds for his campaign. So, if, as you know, as we all now know, and I'm wearing my vote shirt. This is like a vintage burgundy color shirt, but I decided to wear it anyway because so much has happened. We need everybody to vote local, vote for everything that is an issue to you. Make sure that you vote. If you're not registered, get registered as soon as possible. Dwayne is one of the candidates out in Teaneck. He's having a fish fry. Who doesn't love fried fish? I know I do. So that's on August 16th. It's a fundraiser. Check out Dwayne Harley, and he is online as well. Skipping around, there is a business fundraiser for Central Village Incorporated. Again, that's a business fundraiser for Central Village Incorporated, and they are in Helden, New Jersey. They are looking to get started. They are looking for support to start their business. Last thing, the HBCU NYC Classic, the big game at the MetLife Stadium, is coming September 14th at MetLife, and they're having this thing where they're doing they have the job fair, the stuff for high school, stuff for everybody. They're having voter registration, but they're also doing this massive Divine Nine stroll off with the Guinness Book of World Records there. And I wish I could stroll. I have zero rhythm. But if you are in Greek letter organization, I think the deadline may have passed to sign up. But go ahead and check and see if your chapter can get in there, because that's going to be dope. I wish I could see it, but I will probably be giving birth that week. So y'all going to have to just film it for me and let me see it after the fact. So, the NYC Classic is coming. And, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to bring on our guest. Her name is Elle. I'm inviting her on now. Let me know if you see it. Invite. Hopefully she's still here. Join. Okay, there you are.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. So this is, am I saying it right? Elle?
Yes.
Elle, she is the creator and founder of Beloved Upcycle, which what is that noise? I'm getting a noise. Okay, hopefully we can keep going. Beloved Upcycle here in North Jersey. What city are you in?
I'm in Newark.
Newark. Oh, see, Newark. Newark strikes again.
Yeah. I'm originally from New York, Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy in the house, but I've been in Newark about 13 years. Currently in the Ivy Hill section, and I work out of my home making my chairs that you see behind me.
So let's get into it. So you are, and I don't want to say interior, you're a furniture designer, basically.
Kind of. So I find vintage furniture. That's generally what I work with because I like the character of those pieces. They're very good quality. The wood is phenomenal, lasts forever, and I reimagine it. I think that for many of us, sometimes, you get your first apartment or you get your first home and everybody in the family has something to give you. They want to contribute. Yeah. But if your house is full of this dark wood, it kind of changes the mood.
It does.
So we bought our home 3 years ago. We were in a 2-bedroom apartment. Obviously not enough to furnish a 4-bedroom home. So I went back to my roots of thrifting, called on my expertise in fashion. I worked in fashion for over a decade and decided, you know what? I'm going to go thrifting. I'm going to find some good pieces and then I'm going to personalize. Clearly, I like color. I like pattern. Maximalism is my thing. But I can do, custom pieces as well. If you want a beige chair, I'll find a beige fabric and make you a beige chair.
See, now you're speaking my language. I love to go to the thrift. I love it so much. So, years ago, again, same situation. We were living in an apartment. We were buying a house, and I wanted a chair, like a ornate corner chair for my house. But I did not have a lot of money, so I found this one on Craigslist. Not Craigslist, eBay. How they do the local pickup.
Yes.
Something that I don't know if I didn't understand measurements, but we went into the city to pick up this chair. I thought it was going to be this big, This chair is I had it recovered and everything. It's like my baby girl's little throne because it's just enough for a small child, basically. It sits in the corner. That's where she sits for her little special pictures.
You showed
and that's
up.
On that. I really in my heart love antiquing and love like you said reimagining.
Yes.
So it's a
remix. It's a remix. If you're giving it to me, it's a remix.
Exactly.
I find pieces on the internet or just, at museums. I find things that strike me. It has to speak to me.
Yeah.
And of course, I try to reach out to the artists and find out if they would make the art into a fabric.
Okay, so that brings another point. You have a Barack Obama chair.
Oh, hold on.
I love
Here it is.
her. Oh my God, there he is. Oh, hey, Barack.
Can you see it?
I see it, like, bring it in a little bit this way so people can see it. I don't know if you can lift it, but yeah.
There we go.
Oh, look at him.
I missed him so much, obviously. Oh my gosh. I miss that man so much.
I know. Hopefully they'll see it and they can commission some more. I need a Michelle and a Barack at the end of my dining table.
Yes. The forever family.
So how do people commission things from you, or do they?
So
I
would love to do commissions. I haven't had that yet. Building those relationships, networking, doing all the things to lay that groundwork. I find a piece that moves me. I saw this Obama. It was like a screen print. It was digital art. I asked the artist if they would make it a fabric.
Okay.
It's a digital piece. Literally, I think it was a bot that answered.
Oh wow.
It was like, it's your print. Basically it's your print. Do what you want. I paid for the print, and then I paid to have the fabric made into
a piece. Okay.
Yeah. So
when you have these pieces,
yes,
are they in, do you have relationships with interior designers? Do you put them in furniture stores? Like, how does that work?
So right now I have an Etsy shop. What I make, I sell on my Etsy shop. Link is in the bio. And I am starting to network with interior designers, realtors. I like to absolutely collaborate with stagers, because there are some basic things that I can absolutely make that could be for rent. You set up kind of a model apartment.
Like staging.
Like staging, for sure. I think that's kind of an easy one, because you have to appeal to a mass market.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be so much of artistic work, but a repetitive, a use of chair or a sofa or whatever that people can use constantly, and that can kind of be a recurring theme of income, a recurring stream of income. But of course, I'd love to do more of the more fascinating, colorful pieces.
Yeah. So let's clarify for everybody. So you do reimagining of textiles and vintage pieces that you find. Walk us through your whole process.
So what I do is, first I scour the internet, Facebook Marketplace or other thrift shops for chairs, and even bulk day. I love to save things from the friggin', landfills. There also is a sustainability piece here, because if we reuse and reimagine, perhaps we can cut down on the amount of production that we're doing. IKEA, great. West Elm, all those places, they're very popular. They have a very specific taste, and their favorite color is beige. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
And IKEA, I don't want to get sued. They do a thing, but it's not my thing. It's pressed wood. It's not my thing. I want real vintage pieces. I want real wood. I sand the pieces. I repair the pieces. People throw a chair out, there are 3 legs and 1 leg is on top. I'll be like, oh, hey.
Put it back together.
Thank you. I know what I can do with that chair. And I repair it. I sand it. I paint it. And I pour over fabrics. I'm on the internet looking for fabrics, so I'm looking for an image that I want to use. I'm going to vintage stores, fabric stores in Elizabeth, Newark, Patterson, New York. I'm going all over because I want to find something. It has to speak to me. Much like clothes. If it doesn't speak to me, it's not coming home with me.
Exactly.
Well, like, what's the point?
So how would somebody, if they want to get a piece made, they have something in their house, like what do you do?
So they can email me. You can also look on the website. There's a lot of other pieces, but you can email me. You can send me a DM. My EM is Elle at belovedupcycle.com. Send me a message. So what people generally do is like a little FaceTime, so they can show me the piece. And as long as it's not too damaged and there's not too much repair work, I can absolutely work with it. We can discuss how it works in your home, how you want it to work, what you want it to, is it a statement piece? Is it a complementary piece? You know, that kind of thing. We really discuss. I discuss what the customer wants. The customer gets what the customer wants.
I saw on your website you had like some cabinets.
Yeah, so I did. I
hunches.
love to work on the huge admirals, like vintage secretaries' desks with the scroll top, and you pull the leaf down to write. Those things are 75, 100 years old. The wood will last for another 100. But do you want your house with that dark mahogany looking like, you know, Jim Crow?
Grandma.
No, you don't.
Grandma's house. Yeah.
Okay, so I lighten the color. I can give you a blue. I can give you a pink, a green, whatever you think in your mind. Do you want it glossy, or do you just want some small hint of personality? You break down the leaf and there's gold in there. You know, like, oh, I just got so excited about it. Gold leaf. Oh, I love to work with gold leaf, but you know, there's different people have different tastes.
Yeah.
So it really is about learning who that customer is, what they want to accomplish with the piece, and then it's a collaboration. I do the work, and we can absolutely converse about what you want this piece to say.
Gotcha.
And I make that happen.
Gotcha. So you going back to you found a digital print.
Yes.
How is that? Like, do you make your own designs at all? Like, do you say, okay, well, this is what I have in my head?
So currently, I'm not a designer of the fabrics. I find either a print or I find a fabric that I love, and I tend to look for Black, African, people of color designers first. So I type those things in on the various websites that I go on. I'll look on Etsy. I'm looking at fabrics in other countries, India, Africa, you know, Peru, all these other places.
You have a Frida Kahlo behind you as well. I saw her too. She's pretty.
I love Frida. So hold on, let me bring Frida to the front. This one's a little more basic, but I did this. This is a classic shield chair.
Okay.
Just for like an entryway, I feel like. Yeah. But Frida was my first chair.
Ooh, yeah.
And she's also on the back.
Oh, nice.
So
you lacquered it in black, and then wow.
Yeah, and then I pulled, you know, from the colors of the flowers.
Yeah.
For the trim and everything. So what I like about this photo, first off, I adore Frida. What I liked about that photo is most of Frida's work was very dark.
Yes.
She had a lot of physical, emotional pain, etc. Toward the end of her life, she started painting flowers and fruit and using color. Yeah. So for me, in my home, what the representation, I wanted to see her this way. Yeah. So just you know, happy, joyful, etc. And it was a digital print again. I sent it to a friend that was a printer. Shout out to KK, the print goddess. I sent it to her, and she put it on printed canvas. So the colors are very vibrant. They're great.
They're not going to bleed or fade or anything.
There's no bleeding. It's sealed. It's perfectly fine. So I believe I got 4 prints from her, and I actually made 2 chairs. This one is, I'm never selling. That one is my first one. I'm keeping it. But so it was also a rookie mistake that I learned. The printed canvas is very difficult to work with.
It's very hard.
So for upholstery, it's very hard for the top. It took double the amount of time.
Oh, wow.
If I would have just put it flat on the seat, very different, but you're not going to sit, we're not putting faces on the seat.
No.
So I took an upholstery course. I took over 30 hours of instruction from a master upholsterer.
Wow.
And luckily I did, because I didn't know what I was doing with that difficult fabric, but it informed me on how to work with the other lighter fabrics. This Obama one was a breeze. It's cotton. I couldn't believe how quickly. I was like, oh, genius. We're going to use this from now on. So the linens, the cottons, those kinds of things. Even the velvet, never stretch velvet, another mistake, but velvet's very lush, cotton poplin, very easy. So as long as I can get fabrics that I like in those iterations, or I can get the print put on them in that way, there are a myriad of things to do. So that for me, go ahead, sorry.
So that goes back to commission. So if I had say I wanted a chair with my daughter's face on it.
Absolutely.
And you could find a design or your print, your graphics lady can judge something up. Those are options that people would like because we want unique pieces in our home.
People
Everybody doesn't want their house looking cookie cutter. I remember, again, when we were getting our house and we had to furnish this house, my mom was like, don't let everything look like it came from TJ Maxx. But it's like, I love TJ Maxx. I love home goods.
You can't sleep
She
on
had a
TJ
point. I was getting everything like the same, and then you go to somebody else's house and it's also there.
Same thing. I fully understand. So I had the Obama chair at Halsey Fest, Brownmill Block Party in Newark last month or maybe end of June, and I had several people come up to me and go, "Can you can you make me a Kobe chair?"
Yeah.
Sure. I can. If you want Kobe Bryant in your house, 100%. I can do that.
Yeah.
Someone else, African fabrics or an Indian textile. Someone asked about, and I said, whatever you have, I can do. I made a Marvel themed Loki chair for someone. The customer gets what the customer wants. So I did not have Loki fabric. That wasn't a thing. So like what's made for Loki per se is like, what they make for the kids. There's sheets, there's a pillowcase, there's etc. But I found a fleece blanket and I cut it out so that I would get the face. She wanted a portrait in the front, portrait in the back. Okay. And then you just have to seal it because fleece, this will be a little bit of an education. Fleece, number one, it's flammable. Okay. But it's like plastic fiber. So when you cut into it, it's like you're in a snow globe. It sheds. So it sheds. Okay. It was literally unraveling. So I just had to seal the seam, make sure I cut it larger than I need to, and put the trim and whatever, sealed, perfect. I dressed up the chair. That it has a gold frame, and his costume is green and gold. I used a beautiful emerald green fabric. Gold trim of all the things that she got for her niece for Christmas. She says she spent so much money on all these other things. The chair was her favorite. I was like, yes. Yeah. Like a win.
That's awesome. Yeah. People like what they like, and you'd be surprised. They like what they like. My thing is not Marvel, but I love eclectic. I love African. I love, Caribbean inspired. Right. But my current aesthetic here is toddler. So
toddler. Once you get to that stage,
I'm in that stage where it's like there is no design. This is all playground over here.
Well, we can Scotch guard some things so that
that I might need because
it could be toddler proof, but adult style. We can work with that.
So, so a couple more questions. Yeah. You said you spent 30 hours with a master upholsterer?
Yes.
So here's my back. This is what I'm thinking, because it's like hard, like how we don't really see us in certain fields. So you don't know like how to even get into something like that. Right. So this I'm assuming was your entryway into, you had an interest and then you sought out the training. So tell us about that journey.
Okay, so well, it was kind of a necessity thing. Again, I was saying that we moved into this home, and we had to furnish it. I was given this free chair. It was broken in the back. It was, completely, the guy, he was just free, get it out of here. So I took both of the chairs. I didn't like the original color and fabric that was on it. It didn't work for my home. So I said, you know what, let me go. There's an upholstery place not far from where I am. I don't want to blow the person up. I go there, I take the chairs, and I take one chair and I ask him, okay, how much to redo? But I'm also looking through his fabrics, right? His whole shop or whatever. I don't see near piece.
Listen, that's what happened with me in this little chair. I just picked something that
I don't see near thing that I want or that resonates with me. But I said, oh, all right, let's give it a chance. So I asked him how much would it be for a chair. And for one chair, this man tells me $600. And I said,
that sounds about right.
I said, what? $600? He said, yeah. I said, for one. He said, yes. So he tells me, he gives me a card. He tells me to write the price down on the card so that when I come back, he'll remember the price he gave me. Now here comes Brooklyn kicking in. Obviously, that's not your real price.
Yeah, because if it's not posted,
price, you don't need to remind me. So I said, okay. I walked out of there. I said, I'm going to do this myself. I can do it. I have an eye. I know what I like. And I had been getting the flyer, not the flyers, but the little booklets from the Soma School in South Orange. They teach adults, they teach kids. You can take driver's ed, you can learn Excel, you can learn upholstery or gardening. So I sign up for the course. I get my fabric. I got my Frida. I got the tools. I show up with my chair, and I'm ready to go. I didn't realize how much work it was.
Yeah.
It was 5 classes, 9 to 12, 5 classes in a row with him telling you every single step of the way. Okay. He doesn't use a staple gun. He uses upholstery tacks. He learned the old school way. And it works. It's a great way to work. Once I started, further educating, and I saw people with the staple gun and how fast they were moving, I was like, oh, Danny done cheated me. But I understand, what he was doing, and I much rather learn the correct way. So I showed him my piece, the fabric, and I got all my tools, and he goes, all right, so what color? I said, well, I'm gonna paint the chair first. And he's like, okay, you paint it first, give you all the measurements. I get all the fabric. I roll out my Frida, and I'm waiting. And he goes, I haven't seen anything like this. You have an eye. I was off to the races. I was like, this man is a professional. He's been doing this since he was 9. And he says, I have an eye. Okay.
Let's go.
So I'm learning. I'm doing it in class. You come home, you continue. If you don't do it at home, you'll take 5 classes and spend $1,000 because you're not going to finish.
Yeah.
So I get all the books. I watch all the videos. I record him in class. I write down the notes, and I bang it out. Whatever needs to be done. If I did it wrong, I get back in there, and he's like, take it off. Do it again.
Oh, wow.
You don't leave there without a perfect piece. That is not his thing. You're going to get it right. You're going to do it properly. And I'm so glad that I learned that way. Yeah. I told a couple of friends. We took the class a second time immediately after. This class is full. There's a wait list every season. There's spring, fall, winter. Wow. It's full.
Yeah.
We had a great time. It was like I said, it was 9 to 12. You're not thinking about your house. You're not thinking about your pets. You're not thinking about your kids. It's literally your time, and you're working on something that you love. And I didn't realize how much I absolutely needed that creative outlet.
Yeah.
We're moms. I have a day job. You do all the responsible things, and it kind of brought back the energy that I had when I was in the fashion industry, which was a great time for me, much younger. But it was a great energy around the fashion industry. What always comes into play is being the only person in the room that looks like you, and some of the limitations. And I said, yeah, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to get paid to go to work.
Right.
So I went to corporate America, but there isn't anything creative.
There's always a creative that's kind of lingering in the...
Absolutely. Absolutely. So she's back. Mother is back.
Mama's back.
Yeah, Mama's back.
All right, Ms. Elle. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. So, what do you want the people to know about Beloved Upcycle, and how can they reach you if they want to make an order, if they want to buy Frida or Obama? How can they reach you and get? And also because you say you want to make more relationships with interior designers.
Yes.
What do you want them to know about what you do?
So for interior design, what I want them to know is that it's another way to build out their services. You literally have someone who can make custom furniture for their clients. You will absolutely get a one-of-a-kind piece, and that's something that the interior designer decorator can offer, because I'll be in your portfolio, right? I'm in your toolbox. And so people can find me. Like I said, they can email me, Elle, at belovedupcycle.com. Or you can find me on Instagram, which is where I'm most active. It's at beloved_upcycle. Send me a DM and we'll talk. My business is relatively new. I'm all about customer service. I'm all about relationships. I can guarantee my work. If you don't sign off on it, it doesn't get done. Every step of the way, the customer is involved. The fabric choices, the measurements. I worked with a store in Brooklyn, and I talked to that man probably 4 or 5 times over 2 weeks to make sure I got it right. It was going to be in his store. It had his logo. We came up with the color story, completely perfect when he got it. If it takes a little longer for perfect, it takes a little longer. This is not Amazon.
Yeah.
It's, you're going to get what you pay for.
Exactly.
And you're paying for my perspective. You're paying for my expertise.
quality.
Quality, 100%. And it's one of one.
Quality, yeah.
It's almost always one of one. If you want a set for your home, then I make a set for your home, but I don't repeat that for anyone else. What you get is what you get.
You have a couch. It's not even a couch. It's like a Chippendale chair. That's the long chair.
The settee, yes.
Settee, that was dope. I love that. If I had room for it, I would. That was dope.
Yeah, there's so much character in the wood, in the woodwork and the carvings that you don't paint. There are some things you don't paint, you don't touch. And the settee was one of those. I got it, and it just had a boring beige fabric, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
This is something different. So that bright floral that I picked worked great with the wood. I added the rope trim to give it more of like an organic.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be like in an outdoor place, but it doesn't have to be. It's wood, so it can't really be outside. It can't get rained on, etc. But it's a beautiful piece.
One more thing, because I did notice this on your website. So when you say you're reupholstering, you have to reupholster down to the stud. Like you're not taking, not just covering all the way off old cushions. You're doing it from all. Yes. So just to make that clear, because I know some people are weird about like, oh, somebody's old, you know.
No, I can put new cushions. If it's your chair and the cushion is fine, it's fine. If I get it from someplace else, it's new foam. Yeah. It's, you know, the armbands are new. This fabric is new.
So you don't have to worry about old germs and
no cooties. Yeah. No nothing. Yeah. I'll web it. You know, I re-web. I rebuild the chair. Basically, 100%. It's brand new by the time you get it back.
Good. Just to clarify that. Yes. Okay, well, Miss Elle, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this.
No problem. Happy Black Business Month.
Yeah.
And what do you have? Do you have anything to say to your fellow business owners in this month?
I definitely think that these kinds of series are necessary. I think we should repeat as much as we can, rinse and repeat. And even when it's not, you know, Black Business Month, we go further together. Community over competition, 100%.
Thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, business owners, go ahead and go to njandcolor.com, sign up for our business directory and network so we can always be in touch. Thank you so much, Miss Elle, for your time.
Thank you.
All the best to you.
Bye.
So, yeah, everybody. So that was Elle of Beloved Upcycle of Newark. And, yeah, she has dope work. You guys go check her out. Go support. Like I said, I love unique things in my home. I'm dealing with the toddler chic right now, but when I get back into my bag, you know, I'll be back in these interior design streets. Last thing, like I said, this is a vintage burgundy color shirt. I'll have the new ones for NJ in color coming out on the website. There are other designs available on my website as well. You can get your shirt, represent for New Jersey. And help a sister out. We're trying to, you know, keep this thing going, get some income coming in. Again, Jamaica Day in Patterson on Saturday, August 3rd. Caribbean Festival on Saturday, August 17th. Latin Fest on Sunday, August 18th, both in Newark. National Night Out is on August 6th in various cities. I'll be posting that shortly. The HBCU NYC Classic is September 14th at the MetLife Stadium. That's a good time. Tailgate, step shows, job fair, all kind of stuff. I went last year. It was so much fun. Dwayne Hartley is having a fish fry fundraiser. Support him for Teaneck Council. Central Village Incorporated is having their business fundraiser on August 17th in Haledon. Central Village Incorporated, check them out. And yeah, thank you for joining me today. Happy Friday. Go outside, support all these businesses, support, you know, a Black-owned or a POC-owned business because we need your support and we need these businesses to survive. Thank you for joining me. I'm Tara Francis of NJ in Color as we connect you to the diversity of North Jersey. Have a good weekend, everybody. And wear your mask if you can. COVID is real. I have it right now. All right, get your life together. Bye, y'all.